if you post anything online that's grossly offensive, that in and of itself is a crime. And of course, what does grossly offensive mean? Well, it's up to the judge or jury you get. So about 1,600 people a year are being charged with this. Some of the more hilarious cases are that there was a teenager who was charged for quoting song lyrics. There was, of course, the YouTuber Count Dankula, who was charged for teaching his pug to do a Nazi salute as a joke. There was an Irish pastor who was arrested for calling Islam satanic. And there was also a British Muslim who was arrested and given a fine for saying that British soldiers who fight in Afghanistan should die and go to hell. I mean, many opinions which you can disagree with, but should they be crimes? So do you think it's proper that British citizens are being imprisoned and fined for things that are grossly offensive?
I think the point is the whole thing about freedom of speech is it's also actually freedom to offend and be offended. That is the nature of a open and democratic society. Now, what you don't have is the freedom to incite violence and to incite crime. That is wrong. But what we want is it comes down to proper crime, stuff that really matters, as opposed to someone being offended because of what someone's put online. If you don't want to be offended by something online, guess what, folks? Don't look online. It's very, very simple. If you're getting personally offended, and there's no sort of proper recourse to all this stuff that you've just touched on, and what the College of Policing were talking about with these sort of non-hate crimes. There was literally just a total lack of common sense, and I think we really have just got to get back to basics. We know what matters to people in communities, and that is they don't want their car smashed in, they don't want their homes burgled, they don't want their children stabbed on the way to school, and they don't want their money nicked out of a bank account. These are the really important things that matter to people's daily lives.
But also the point that obviously British citizens should be free to say things that are offensive. I mean, it's absurd that we have these standards of what would be more regarded as a socialist regime on the continent than anything in free Britain. So I wanted to mention as well the Free Speech Union. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yeah, very much so. No, I know the guys behind that. They're doing a fantastic job, and in fact, with our plans for a pub, we want it to be a beacon of free speech with a room where we have debates, and so that that then becomes a clear space where actually people can tell it as it is, and sometimes it's a bit edgy and sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable, but the ability to tolerate it's much better that you have these difficult discussions openly, respectfully, and then if it's offensive and outrageous, you then basically have the debate, have the argument, and win the argument and make the other side look utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, that's how progress is made. So the only thing I wanted to mention there was the Free Speech Union have endorsed getting rid of Section 127 because they think it's abhorrent. And I imagine you agree with that position considering being pro-free speech.